Good morning and welcome to Tea Time with Tanya. Oh my goodness, y'all. It is Friday. And check this date out, y'all. Today is Friday, February 3rd, 2023. It is 2-3. 2-3. Happy Friday, y'all. Let's start this off with a blessing. Dear universe, dear creator, dear spirit guides, please give us the collective a blessing for this Friday, a blessing just for us. We get a crystal clear blessing. You are soon blessed with great clarity. Your destiny is calling, and your soul is shining its infinite wisdom. You are blessed, protected, and guided in all you do from this moment on. Namaste. Let me read this one more time because I stumbled over it. A crystal clear blessing. You are soon blessed with great clarity. Your destiny is calling, and your soul is shining its infinite wisdom. You are blessed, protected, and guided in all you do from this moment on. Namaste, namaste, namaste. Good morning, everyone. Okay, I'm gonna say hello to everybody in the chat first before I get started. All right, let me start from the top. Good morning, Denny. Good morning, Georgine. Good morning, Gayleen. Good morning, Avril. Good morning, Denny. Good morning, Michelle. Good morning, Edwina. Good morning, Spirits Beyond the Stars. Good morning, Risa. And good morning, Constance. Good morning. Good morning. Hello, y'all. All right. It's going to be a long show. Good morning, Carmen. Good morning. It's going to be a long show today. Good morning, Jayon. Happy Friday. All right. First question. Because I'm behind. I'm behind today. Remember, I lost that day from last Monday when I was on vacation, so I'm still behind today. So I'm going to start with Preston's question. Preston's question is about the Paul Pelosi video, and I know we're a couple of days behind this, but now is as good a time to discuss it as anything. And if you have not seen it, it is kind of interesting. Now, I'm going to say what I saw in my head, I saw that guy breaking out from the inside, not from the outside in. But at the beginning of that video, when Paul Pelosi opens the door for the police and he's standing there, these two men are standing there. Paul Pelosi has one hand on the hammer. The intruder has one hand on the hammer. And they're standing there like they were just having a conversation. Paul Pelosi was in his underwear. He was woken from sleep or rest or whatever. Strangeness. Now, the policeman literally stood there while the man attacked Paul Pelosi. So this all in all is just strange. So Preston wanted me to read on this video. So Taro, is there anything that you can tell us about the situation between Paul Pelosi and his attacker that night? Spirit guides, speak through me. Guys, this whole thing, what you saw was surprise. And I want to say that this was the first time that Paul Pelosi met that person. I can't remember what his name is. Papa something. I want to say when Paul Pelosi came downstairs, the guy was standing there and he had called 911 or he had rung security from upstairs before he came downstairs. So this is kind of when the cops got there, that was like the beginning of the whole thing. The man had broken in. Paul had heard the glass breaking, rung security from upstairs, came downstairs, met the man. The man had the hammer. Paul grabbed the hammer, held on to the hammer. So they're both holding on. They're not even struggling with the hammer, just holding it. The police come. It's almost like it was so surprising to the intruder that Paul Pelosi, because everything was calm. Everything was calm. There was no argument. I mean, that dude had said, "Where's Nancy?" I mean, he had spoke while he was in there, but everything was calm. It was like, "Where's Nancy? I'm going to take her hostage." I mean, he came in there saying exactly what he was going to do. And I know even I thought this might have been a Paul booty call. Okay. It may have been a booty call. And maybe Paul may have thought that whoever was breaking in his house was somebody that he knew. Okay. But when the video that we saw was completely organic. I think the intruder was so surprised that he got in, that he got all the way in. Paul Pelosi came down the stairs. He was unassaulted at this point. He grabs the hammer. The intruder has the hammer. The cops ring the doorbell. I mean, it literally happened like that. And then when the cop says, "What's going on here?" the guy was like, "Well, I ain't got nothing to lose now." So he went ahead and brained Paul Pelosi. Guys, what could have happened, again, in this case, we have to be very thankful that the people who are committing these crimes are low vibrating, dumb as a box of rocks. And I hate to say that because rocks are not dumb, but good golly, if any of these people if they were smart, we would be in trouble. So, Preston, that Paul Pelosi video is exactly what it was. That dude broke in. Paul Pelosi heard the break-in, called 911, hit the button, panic button, whatever they have. Cops are already there, patrolling this area. And they came, and Paul got hit after the cops got there. It is what it is. That guy, just be thankful that the maggots are dumb. Okay. My next question. This is from Denny. Denny's got this one today. Hi, Chase. Hi, Colette. Hello. Good morning. This one is from this morning. Denny is asking, is the Merck vaccine responsible for all the variants? I guess, let me go up to this question. I'm going to pin it for everyone to see. Okay, it says, Denny says on Bloomberg News, he saw that the Merck vaccine is responsible for all of the new COVID variants coming out. Denny wants to know if this is true. I have not heard this, but I will ask. Tarot, please tell us yes or no. Is the Merck vaccine responsible for the variants? Yes or no? Nothing in between. No, 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 no. I'm going to show you all 4 cards. We get the 9 of Swords. We get the 2 of Swords. We get the 4 of Swords. All swords, guys, but these are all no's too. And we get the 10 of Pentacles. Oh, my goodness. All right. There we go. So, no, Denny, no. Now, they may be responsible for some variants, but not all variants. No, that is not true. My next question is from Must Be Heard. Must Be Heard wants to know what is going on with Shanquella Robinson's case since it has gone ice cold. The mainstream media is not talking about it because this is dealing with a Black woman. That's not That's not news. A murdered black person is not news. Okay. The only reason it was news in the first place is because it happened in Mexico, and a whole bunch of people raised a whole lot of dust about it until people took notice. But Carol, please tell us what is happening in the Shanquella Robinson case. Okay, the first card we got is the sun, guys. So there is progress being made. We're just not hearing about it because this is happening in Mexico. Mexico is taking over this. These people they will face their justice, guys. They are going to face all their justice. We're just not going to hear about it. We're not going to hear about it. Mexico has brought charges against these people. That's what this is. This is all the indictments, charges, everything. These people are not going to get away with it. But it's not big enough news for mainstream media to keep abreast of. So you're not going to hear about it. There's not going to be updates on it. If you want to know, you're going to have to search for the information. Yes, those people are being brought to justice, but the American mainstream media does not care enough about the life of a young black woman to keep people updated about it. It's not big enough news. So there you are. Must be heard. My next question is from Gayleen. Gayleen wants to know what's up with this big old Chinese spy balloon that's just hanging out in the sky. And also she wants to know, do we have this type of technology spying on other countries ourselves? First thing I want to tell you, what's going on with this spy balloon? Universe creator, spirit guides, please speak through me. Speak clearly. What's going on with this spy balloon? Again, this is, guys, this is a distractive event. This is distraction. This is pure distraction. And I have to say this, airspace is airspace. The United States government does not allow anybody to just put anything anywhere. Okay? Don't be fooled. They can tell you anything they want to tell you. They can tell you anything they want to tell you. If this was an actual spy satellite, a spy balloon in over American airspace spying, that thing would have been brought down, period. If it's up there, the government knows it's up there. They can say anything they want to say to you about what that is. If it's a spy satellite, it may very well be. But if it was something serious, the government would have already taken care of it. We have scrambling fighter jets that their only job is to protect American airspace. Their only job is to challenge and, if necessary, shoot down hostiles in our airspace. So to say that we have a giant orb just hanging out somewhere and the United States government is just allowing it to happen, understand that the United States government knows exactly what it is, and it's not a threat. If it was a threat, the United States government would have taken it down. Okay? Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled. Okay? But I want you to go outside and look at that great big old planet that's out there. While they got y'all looking at a balloon, look a little higher and look at that whole entire planet, mimicking the moon, but it's sharing the same space as the sun. Okay? You want to be aware of something that's going on up there. Look at that great big planet that's out of place. That big balloon, if it's spying on us, is our government doing the same with them. If it was China or any other hostile, it would have been brought down. Period. That's why we have an Air Force. That's why we have a Space Force, to stop that kind of thing from happening. Okay, my next question is from Tasha Brown. Tasha, this is a good question. Tasha wants to know, was the Greek god Zeus a real being? And she wants me to describe his personality. Guys, all of these stories, all of these fairy tales, things that we have been taught that, well, these things that we have been taught, I want you to understand, Mount Olympus was a very real thing. We have been visited by extraterrestrials forever. Gods and demigods, aliens who had come, had powers, could do whatever they wanted to do, and then were mating with women and created demigods, or basically hybrid humans who have abilities. All of this stuff that we were taught as little children. Guys, there are temples, ancient temples. There's temples for Artemis. There's temples for Zeus. There are temples everywhere, and the stories that go with them in the areas that they are supposedly had happened. We are such a small part of the magic that is the universe. What we look like is not what everybody looks like. The ancient Kemet, the ancient Egyptians, the originals that had bird heads and human bodies, that had dog heads and human bodies, that had cat heads and human bodies. There have been beings of every persuasion that have been on this planet, that have left evidence that they were here, that it was true, that these things actually happened. Yes, Tasha, Zeus was real. Artemis, a lot of these things. Now, some of these were deities that were literally hijacked and stolen from Kemet. So these Egyptians, these gods, if they want to call them, and these were beings, these were aliens. We and our humanness needing to worship something, call them gods because they had abilities that we didn't have. These beings that created a lot of us hybrids were beings from other dimensions, other realities that came here and did things. Yes. Yeah, it was real. But a lot of things were changed. Understand, there were lies inserted because some people wanted to adopt these gods and they weren't theirs. So they just kind of stole valor from somebody else. But the being who Zeus was made was real. Okay. And you want I'm gonna go a little bit deeper. I'm gonna go a little bit deeper. I know this might be a little weird, but these gods, no, Rose Blue, I have not seen the movie Stargate. These beings were not gods. These beings were aliens. These beings have spatial abilities that, maybe can pass through solid objects, can communicate without speaking, could fly, could have extra strength, could be very, very, very big. All of this stuff happened, guys. This world that we live in is a mystical little ball. We have been taught, and then we were lied to, and then we were made to forget. There's so much more to our history than we will ever know. Just keep your mind open. Those quote unquote, fairy tales are not all tales. They may have been changed to suit some people, but those beings were real. And those gods that were mating with human women and creating demigods or specially advantaged hybrid humans were very real. All right, I'm going to get off of that one because I'm starting to sound crazy to myself. All right, my next question is from Patricia Dawkins. Will we still be wearing masks this summer? Great question. And I'm going to jump right on this one with Biden is going to release us from he's going to say the COVID pandemic is over on, I believe, May 11th or something like that. Patricia wants to know, will we still be wearing masks in the summertime? Guys, I am telling you right now, okay, with everything that we know is going on, this is a personal choice. I am not going to tell you what to do with your body. We are going to be living with COVID. COVID is no longer a pandemic. COVID is now an endemic. However, COVID is still replicating and it is still changing. And the fact that we have the original jam coming right back out of China, about to reinfect the world, that is a fresh virgin, and you need to understand this. What's coming out of China is a virgin virus, okay? It has not been subject to vaccination. It has not been subject to anything. So what's going to happen when these people come, it's going to go into people who have been either vaccinated against a variant or have a variant. It is going to enter somebody's body and it is going to mutate. And it is going to take from the vaccinated person. And this is how it works, guys. These viruses learn. So when we create a vaccine for something, and especially when we have something that is still cyclic, that is still going on, just like every other flu that we have, the flu will learn how to modify itself to defeat the vaccine. So we have a version germ coming into a corrupt body, a body that's already been infected, that has been sick, that has been vaccinated. So it is corrupted. It's dirty. And you got this virgin virus. And now you have the perfect opportunity to create a whole new germ. And that's how the cookie crumbles. It's still going to be COVID. We're still going to be living with it. We are going to suffer for years behind us. This is going to be a deadly form of flu for the rest of our lives. So for people who are sensitive, I don't have a spleen, okay? I don't have a spleen. I don't have my white blood cell factory, that thing that keeps all the little soldiers ready to go fight an infection. I don't have that. So anytime that germ comes near me, if it gets in me, I get very sick. Now, for all of you people who are sensitive, this is one thing that you need to know if you are going to be maskless this summer, because this is a personal choice. Vitamin D, take it. Take the maximum dose that is safe for you, because that vitamin helps you stay healthy and may even help you from getting it. Okay, so take your vitamin D. Take the maximum allowable dose that is safe for you, and consult your doctor, please. So I'm not telling you to take a handful of pills. No, take the maximum dose that is safe for you. That, like, if it's 500 IU, then take the 500 IU. Don't take the 10,000. I mean, the 50,000 IU, not the 10,000 IU. Okay. Just take enough for you, especially if you do not get out into the sun. Take your vitamin D. Good morning, Genealogy Junkie. Good morning, Julia. Good morning, y'all. Hello. Yeah, they're making millions and millions of dollars off of paper masks, guys. They're making millions of dollars. But here's the thing, the paper masks work. So if you are worried about catching it, wear your mask. If you are tired of wearing your mask and you want to see if you can Go out into society without it, take your vitamin D, okay? And then just make sure that you stay away from sick folks. So there you go. It's endemic. Where COVID is going to be like our flu forever and ever. Amen. So it is up to you how you want to protect yourself. My next question is from Zephyr. Zephyr would like to know, is Melania 45's handler? No. You got to remember, 45, Melania is literally a child in comparison to 45. I believe she was barely 20 something when he married her. And that was long before they even started grooming him to be president. No. Understand, Donnie is a Russian asset. Vlad is a world leader, has been a world leader for 18 plus years. That man speaks more than one language. He can speak perfect English. He can probably speak French. I wouldn't put it past him if he could speak Dutch, which is probably one of the hardest languages to speak. But that's, Europeans aren't like Americans. Europeans actually learn multiple languages. Most Europeans are polyglots. They speak multiple languages because they travel. I mean, if you're in Europe, you're close to France, you're close to Spain. You can travel there. You don't have to, you can get on a train and go. So of course, people are going to be polyglots. They are going to learn other languages because they're close to places to visit. So don't think that old Donnie Boy and old Vlad can't communicate. They don't need nobody else. That's why there was nobody else when the two of them were talking. Okay. No, Melania is not 45's handler. My next question is from Pam Bodley. How many Supreme Court justices will be replaced by 2024? Oh my goodness. And I hope to heavens that it is at least 2. But let's ask Terrell, how many Supreme Court justices will exit between now and 2024? First card out is we got the Tower, force, fatality, and ruin. And then we got the 4 of Pentacles was the first number card that comes out. 4? Well, could it be possible that we get rid of all our conservatives and +1? I don't know. But let's see. I'm not thinking that it's 4. I'm really not thinking that it's 4. If anything, I think there may be 2 leaving. 1 forced out and 1 death. Possibly 3 if we get a real ethics committee involved, because Alito definitely needs to go. And he is the one that is going to be under the microscope. But for sure, we're going to have a lot of movement on Brett Kavanaugh. And then, guys, to just tell you the truth, I'm honestly surprised that Thomas is still alive. Everything that I feel just kind of says that the Reaper is waiting in the wings for that dude. I think this is Pam's question too. Will the DOJ indict Matt Gaetz soon? Will the DOJ indict Matt Gaetz soon? We got the devil. So that's a no. No, not yet. Not yet. But there's some stuff coming for Matt Gaetz. Like I said, his first card is the devil. Okay? This is evil. He's going to be doing some stuff. Prepare, guys. Understand that the GOP is about to show their behind. They are going to act crazy. They are going to try to hold the government hostage when there's no reason, when they're going to hold themselves hostage to try to do stuff. This stuff with Manchin talking about let's entertain this. No. Let them fall apart. Again, just don't give this your energy. Do not give the Republicans your energy. Matt Gaetz and this crew, Margarine, Taco Grease, the rest of them are all going to be acting completely crazy. You're going to see a complete, and I'm going to call it this, you're going to see a shit show. If you are watching what's going on in the house, every day it's going to be ridiculousness. It's for show, it's for posturing. And here, Donnie Boy yesterday, was it yesterday? Yesterday, just announced, yep, kickoff, I am definitely running for president. Why? Because he's about to get indicted. And he is calling, and I have been warning you guys of this. He is now calling for his minions, for his little maggots to rise up, take up arms, and defend their orange daddy. In traffic this morning going to Walmart, and here it is, a beat up old red pick-em-up truck with a flag hanging out the back again. That is a call to arms. Pay attention, guys. Donnie, I told y'all Donnie is going to try to repeat this January 6th on a larger scale. He wants us to devolve into civil war, not to save America, to save his own behind. And I pray that the indictment for him comes quickly, because that will be the thing that slows this pony down. Every day that Donnie is allowed to walk around unindicted is dangerous for the United States, because there are enough low vibrating maggots that are just waiting for him to say go. All right, let me get up here. I got some questions. Yeah, Genealogy Junkie says Donald can speak perfect BS. Colette says, I wore masks before COVID. Yeah. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you. Hello, Mary. Y'all talking about my outfit? I told y'all, no, new year, new me. All right. I need to change. I was hiding under my hat because I was afraid for the world to see how I am. This is me, y'all. I cannot do anything. My hair don't grow. Okay, it don't grow. So this is what I have been left with. If I don't keep it cut short, I'll look like a clown, you know. This is part of the awakening. Okay, this is part of accepting ourselves for who we are, being able to look at ourselves and love the image that is in the mirror. My whole life, I couldn't do that. I am a victim of, I'm just Friday Live. What the heck? It's my show. I can do what I want. I am a victim. I am no longer a victim. When I was a child, I was molested by my stepfather. And so many of you out there suffered the exact same thing. But this man went the extra mile and told my 12-year-old little girl self that I was ugly and that no one would love me but him. He broke me for 30 or 40 years. I looked in the mirror and I could not see anything but an ugly girl, but somebody who was not worth anything but for other people to take advantage of. I looked for love through sex as a little girl because I thought that's what love was. Because the one who was supposed to be protecting me, the one who was supposed to be my dad, my stepfather, the only dad I had known up to that point, told me I was ugly, that I was worthless, and that he was the only one in his benevolence that would take the pity to touch me. I carried that with me into my 50s. I was awakened. I mean, this is probably the fourth or fifth awakening that I've gone through, but this has been the biggest one, because this one is when everything incredible happened to me. But what happened the most was that little girl inside of me who just thought that nobody could ever love her, that she was worthless, that broke. And I was forced to deal with everything. I had to literally go through every emotion that I went through when I was a little girl and face it and release it. And I'm lucky because my stepfather is still alive. And I did finally gather the courage at, I think I was 55, after a 4-year-old child destroyed me at a party just with words that I didn't understand, but it was from that broken child. And I called this man and I told him that he needed to apologize to me for what he did. But I confronted him and I spoke my piece. And no, that piece of garbage, that piece of filth refused to apologize to me. But you know what? That was another lesson that I had to learn from the universe. It doesn't matter whether he forgives, whether he apologizes to me. Doesn't matter. What matters is that I forgive myself for what happened. I forgive me for what happened because I took on the responsibility of what he did to me, like I did it to myself. And I grew from there. And then I looked in the mirror and I finally saw that little girl who was always there. And I finally saw her. And she was beautiful. And she was me. All right. All right. Ooh, my next question. Is Devin Nunes being investigated? Yes. Devin Nunes is being investigated. Everything is taking so long, guys, because Bill Barr broke everything. He put stumbling blocks to make sure that people were not going to be brought to justice in any type of a timely manner. And if corrupt people were still in positions of power, that these corrupt people would not be brought to justice at all. However, Donnie lost. The insurrection was a failure. Bill Barr is no longer our attorney general. And justice is moving. So Devin Nunes is in trouble. Devin Nunes is in actual trouble. Devin Nunes, while he was a sitting congressman, committed treason. He also committed espionage because he was a go-between between the Congress and the White House. We all watched it in real time. But because we had a completely corrupt government, nothing happened. Don't worry, it will. The next question, will Jim Jordan be forced to resign or will he be indicted? Now, Jim Jordan has got, Ohio is going to get Jim Jordan. Ohio State, just what he did there is going to be what brings Jim Jordan down. But let's go ahead and ask Terrell, because this one, Jim Jordan's crimes are old, okay? His are decades old. But Jim Jordan was definitely involved in January 6th in the planning and in, oh my goodness, he was involved. And oh God, just he's like grease. The image that I get, it's like grease, just nasty and not clean grease. I mean, dirty, stinky grease with hair in it. That is Jim Jordan. That is his whole persona. He is a ball of nasty grease. Will you be forced to resign? Ugh, oh, my stomach hurts. There is some There's some heartache coming for Jim Jordan. Look at this. Somebody's going to file lawsuits. Oh my goodness. I'm wondering if this could be some of the victims of the abuse that Jim Jordan covered up for are going to come after him with lawsuits. Because this is lawsuits coming, guys. Lawsuits or indictments, but I believe this is lawsuits. Somebody's going to sue old Jim Jordan. Let me pull the rest of them. Yeah. So will Jim Jordan be forced to resign or be indicted? He may be indicted for something. If it is, it's going to be related to money, related to January 6th. So, Pam, if this is your question, yeah, he could be facing some indictment, some lawsuits, or he may be found to have done something with money regarding January 6th. But yeah, it looks like something is coming. Something is coming. But again, it's not going to be about what happened at Ohio State at the school, because that's old. If it's anything, it will be about people bringing charges against him for failing to protect them, like personal lawsuits. Okay. But that last card, January 6th, he had something to do with January 6th, and he's not going to get away scot-free with that. My next question is from Beautiful Girl. This is last week too. Stolen monkeys, dead vultures, and loose leopards. Who is behind all of these Dallas Zoo incidents? Oh my goodness, guys. This is an inside job, number one. Somebody that works for the zoo. And this is a whole scheme of trying to, number one, steal. This is trying to steal animals, trying to steal animals. And somebody is botching, because what they're doing is they're leaving things ajar, unlocked, so somebody can come back later. And that's how some of the leopards escaped, because they were supposed to come back and get snatched. This is an inside job. The monkeys as well. The vultures dying, I want to say that was like a poison or something. Somebody fed or threw something poisoned to the vultures that caused them to die. But the monkeys and the leopards, guys, this is an inside job of somebody who is trying to steal animals from the zoo. Plain and simple. That is an inside job. Bumbling crooks that are literally trying to leave stuff unlocked so other people can come behind and steal the animals, gain access into enclosures, etc. But it's an inside job. Somebody that works for the zoo is stealing animals, is trying to set up a way to steal animals, and they're not very good at what they're doing. Okay. My next question is from Denny, and again about animal deaths. 10 whales have been found dead. What's causing it? This is from polar ice caps melting. Every time one of our glaciers melts, a lot of those great big glaciers melts and goes off into the water, that changes the water. Okay, that water that is on land is not salt water. That is fresh water. That's drinkable water. The water in the ocean is salinated. Okay, it's brine. The creatures in the ocean live in a balance. The salt water balance determines where these fish can live. When the balance of the ocean changes, i.e., when you put fresh water into salt water, since the fresh water is going to sit on top of the salt water, that means all the saltwater animals have now got to go deeper. And that may not be a place where they can survive. So what's happening? This is global warming. The glaciers that are melting, adding fresh water to a salty ocean is wreaking havoc on our marine life. Understand, everything is a balance. Everything is a dance. And when one thing is out of balance, everything suffers. Okay, guys, if you like this content, give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up for the algorithm. And if you like it here, subscribe. Consider subscribing. All right, let me get over into these questions. Hello, Colette. Hello, Mary. Hi, Rose Blue. Hello, as we heal each other. Oh, as we heal each other by Pure White. Purette White. Hello. Hello, Renee. Hello, Preston. Hello. Hello, Iniquitous Feminina. Hello. Good morning, Rose Blue. Hello, everybody. Dennis says, I don't, oh, okay. I don't know what that was. Okay. I'm looking for questions up here, guys. They arrested 2 guys yesterday here. Ooh, what are you talking about, Rose Blue? Hello, Pancakes. Hello. Hello, Chase. Good morning. Good morning, Tam. Good morning, Ann. Ann Dunkel and Tam 322 and Elaine Tat. Good morning. Good morning. Hello, Elizabeth. Good morning, everybody. I just wanted to say hello to all of y'all that came to see me today. All right. Ooh. Oh, the monkeys. They arrested people about the monkeys. Oh, thank you. Did any of them work for the zoo? Hello, Kim C. Hello. All right. Next question is from V Coolwater. The NHL players, some of the NHL players are refusing to wear pride jerseys. Will the NHL do anything? Guys, this is a distraction. Don't get caught up in this nonsense. This is where they want to separate people, forcing people. First, they don't want Black people to kneel when they're getting killed by the police. Now they want to try to force hockey players to wear a rainbow jersey. This is distraction. Do not put your energy into it. This is a created mess to keep people angry with people who haven't done anything to anybody. I'm sure the gay people ain't asking the hockey players to wear pride jerseys. Okay? This is divisive. Forcing people to do something that they don't want to do. It's divisive. It's something that's going to keep people talking, keep people acting ignorant. Don't fall for it, guys. Please, don't fall for it. Good, I did it right. Okay. Hello, Jose. This is to get people to hate the LGBTQ. You are exactly right. It is forcing people to wear anything that is against their whatever, however they feel about stuff, is nothing but getting people to hate other people for no reason. And that's exactly what you see happening. Forcing people to do anything. You got the whole world mad because Black people got on one knee. The same position you get in to pray, and they want to get mad saying that was disrespectful. Well, if getting on your knee to protest is disrespectful, then getting on your knees to pray is disrespectful, isn't it? You can't have one without the other. This is divisive. It's to create hate. It puts people's lives in danger. And we need to get off of all of this stuff. The sports teams, and this is one of the things that everybody must be aware of. These rivalries to keep people upset with each other, to keep people at each other's throats about sports. How many times have sports events gotten violent? People died because of a football game, because of what color jersey you wore. You don't think this is designed that way to keep people angry? They make millions, trillions, quadrillions of dollars getting you to buy this jersey just to burn it. Okay? Recognize the game and then decide if you want to participate in the game or not. Jose Meme says it's also hate to Democrats. It's hate. It's hate to anybody who does not carry the water for whatever it is that they're trying to get people divided about. You have the choice to play the game or to not play the game. You decide where you're going to be. Then he says, it looks like Epstein's black book came out and people have been named like Stephen Colbert, Madonna, Charlie Sheen, and more. What will happen to these people who were named? Nothing. Absolutely nothing will happen. Jeffrey Epstein took all those people. I mean, Obama's on there. There's all kinds of people who are in that book. All kinds of people. Jeffrey Epstein got compromised on everybody. He invited all kinds of people to that little island and also just chartering them places on his plane. Anybody who was on the Epstein's plane is in Epstein's black book, okay? That anybody who stepped foot on that plane or on that island is in the black book. Are these people all child molesters? No, they're not all child molesters. Are they all rich and powerful? Oh, yes. Every single name in that book. And the deeper you go, the more powerful they get. Why does Jeffrey Epstein have all these names in the book? Well, if you were a bad guy pimping out kids, wouldn't you want to have as many powerful names at your fingertips as you could possibly have? Wouldn't you like to have all the little pedophile rich folks that you service to be at your behest? To be your little personal bank account to make sure that nothing bad happens to you, because if something bad happens to you, something bad's going to happen to them. So Denny, what you have is names. You just got names. You don't have what they did. But believe me, there is a cache of what they did, who they did, and how many times they did it. Now, Ghislaine's brother is shouting and screaming about how Ghislaine is being treated and all of this stuff. Best believe who's got the other black book. Okay? It ain't disappeared. It's being held for safekeeping. And when they want to wield it, they will. Know the game. Know the game. You know, that's just like the thing. Like, I still feel, even though Terrell has told me that Jeffrey Epstein is dead, and I hate to go against Terrell, but guys, because Bill Barr was in on it, and Bill Barr and Epstein's daddies were chomos together. I mean, it's literally in the family. To think that Bill Barr would off the dude, or would he Machiavelli him and help him to disappear? All right. Ooh. My next question is from Beautiful Girl. She wants to know, why did DC Comics ditch the $90 million Batgirl movie? Why did DC Comics ditch the $90 million Batgirl movie? There was some things that were not, like some unexpected things came up. They couldn't find the right type of, there were problems with this film. There were problems with the cast. I think that's what this Seven of Cups is. There were problems. People not fitting into the roles, not right for the roles that they were being cast for. There were problems with the movie. But it is going to come, they're going to recast it. It will come back around. So they have scrapped this first one because it was wrong. It was just wrong. It'll come back. They'll recast, and they will do another attempt at a Batgirl movie. A lot of people walked away from this movie. I guess the script may not have been very good, but I want to say casting, probably writing, and money were issues with the Batgirl movie. But do not worry. The Batgirl movie will be done. It may be done by another production company, but it's definitely going to have a different cast of characters, and it's going to be successful when it comes back around. This one was scrapped because it was basically garbage. Okay. My next question is from Shey. Ooh, this is about the robots again. And y'all gonna make me have to watch the news, I think, and I really don't want to turn a television back on. But good golly, Miss Molly, there's a whole bunch of stuff going on about robots right now. Shey wants to know, will robots take our jobs in America in the next 5 years, or will America become automated in the next 5 years? Okay, guys, they are working on this Automat, any place that has self-checkout, trying to get you to do the job of a formerly hired employee person who could make some money doing that. Walmart has robots, big robots that go around the store. If you've been to a Walmart, you may have seen one. Places have robot waiters. So that has eliminated other people, and eliminated a wait staff. Now you have a robot that will come and take your order and come and deliver your food, which means that now there's no wait staff hired at the restaurant. There's just a IT guy and a cook. Okay, so Shey wants to know, are we going to become automated in the next 5 years? Again, I need everybody to remember, kind of go back in time again. Understand, we've been through this before. They've tried to automate it before. The lunch, the automated cafeterias back in the 50s, 60s. Everything. You go in, you put your token in, and you get your sandwich out of the little machine. No human contact. Slide a door, get your food, go eat. No human contact required. We are already in that. Everything. You pay your bills online. You don't have to talk to a human person. And if you have a problem online, you're talking to a chat bot. You're not even talking to a human person there. Most of the customer service is getting sourced out to where they're trying to force people to do everything online. That way you type in your question. You don't have to ask your question. If you have an issue, you type your issue. You don't have to. So a computer program can answer your questions. Yes, Shey. In the next 5 years, there is a huge push to automation. But what's even more alarming is a thing called transhumanism. And this is kind of what Elon and the likes like this are doing. Okay, Elon wants you to straight interface with a computer. He wants to literally make you a cyborg. But there are other entities that have been funded. And our government has funded it. And this goes to stem cell research, et cetera, et cetera. Now, the stem cell research, we all can agree, oh my gosh, that is a wonderful, wonderful thing. Use the stem cells to help regrow or restart organs that are failing. Great. But here's the thing. That's not where we stopped. When we started with stem cells, that's the elixir of life. We have people who are actually out there interbreeding, making chimera human animal hybrids. They are growing human organs inside of pigs. They are already talking about sexless reproduction, to where you don't have to, do the horizontal mambo to have a baby. No, you can custom design your baby, be made in an artificial womb. Take the egg, take the semen, zap it with some electricity, and then put in the genetic codes to change the child from a human to a chimera. And here's the problem with that. Because once they start playing with human hybrids, what does the word human mean? And then who is protected? What is a human? And then who has rights? This is a whole can of worms. So if you have a person who is a hybrid of a animal and a human, is that person considered a human? Do they have human rights, or are they considered an animal? And do they have no rights? Can they be made into slaves? Can they be used for organ harvesting? We have, y'all talking about these robots when we got a whole bigger mess than that on our hands. We got a whole bunch of people literally playing God, creating whole different life forms. And this is no joke. This is for real, for real, for real, happening right now. It sounds like a sci-fi fantasy. Welcome to 2023. Eyes wide open. We are in a sci-fi movie, guys. We are in a sci-fi movie. And Nicholas Feminina says they shouldn't be for, oh, you're talking about that. Let me get down here. Julia Jackson, oh my God, they want to eliminate women altogether. And this is the thing. They want to even make where you could be a male person and have your own baby. This is what they're doing. This is some Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. And guys, I'm telling you, it sounds crazy, sounds sci-fi, but this stuff is actually going on right here. Arizona, is it Arizona State University, ASU, or U of A? One of them has a bioengineering department that is working on hybrids. Okay, Boston College. Yeah, this stuff has been going on for a long time, and we've got people who are not in colleges that have been successful in creating Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde create creatures. Okay, it's going to open up a whole can of worms, because now it's going to be who has rights, who's a human, what is a human, how do you define a human? You was talking about these people talking about defining a woman. Now you know why that was such a, we were all like, this is silly, this is silly, this is silly. Now you see why they were harping on that. What is a woman? What is a human? Because they're about to try to change the definition of that. Y'all be aware of what they're doing. Okay? So this merging of humans and robots, artificial wombs, all of this stuff is ethics. You got humans playing God. Humans playing God. My next question is from B. Butler. Will Hillary, this is a good question, will Hillary Clinton ever be sworn in as the president who never served in a posthumous ceremony and given the rights of a former POTUS? No, she won't. Her time got stolen from her. I hope the history books have it correct when they write what happened. But no, Hillary will never receive what she is due. She was the sacrificial lamb to get Donnie across the finish line. Hillary was sacrificed. And the GOP did everything they could to set her up to fail. Julia Jackson says, so somebody tell me why they're fighting trans if they're going to make hybrid humans. Because the hybrid humans will not, this is about power and control. If they make something, they're making it for them. They're not going to give it the right. They're going to be able to control it. Understand? We are literally at the X-Men. Okay? What we're talking about right here is people making X-Men, people creating mutants. Okay? Like I said, this is like a sci-fi movie that we're living in. Welcome to 2023, y'all. And that old lion, Punxsutawney Phil saw his shadow and said 6 more weeks. It ain't gonna be 6 more weeks. The New York marmot didn't see his shadow, and he said spring is coming. And I agree with that one. Spring is coming, y'all. Get ready. Again, around about the 15th, start planting your seed cups. Rose Blue wants to know, but will she drink her champagne when it is announced that 45 was illegitimate? I'm sure she will. But you got to think, Hillary was sounding the alarm to everybody. Hillary told us, the biggest psychic out there, she laid out exactly what he was going to do. And he did everything she predicted he would do. Everything. Okay? Don't have short memory. Please just remember everything that's going on. Rose Blue, like on Star Trek. Dennis says there are a lot of tech people being laid off, but the unemployment rate is still around 3.6%. Are we the people being lied to by our government? Are we the people being lied to by our government? Denny, do I really have to say yes? Yes. We are being lied to by our government all the doggone time. The same ones that tell us that we're alone in this galaxy, that know that aliens are real, that there is a whole base right here in Nevada. Oh, yes, an alien base. Yes. Area 51 is all about. They want to give you a little bit. They want you to think what you think. That way you're always just thinking. Okay? No. Aliens are real. Aliens are already here. There is a base right here in Las Vegas, right in Area 51. And there's an Area 52, 53, and 54 in which they live. Okay? The Air Force is in on it. Okay? They're here. Come to Las Vegas. Just come to Las Vegas. Walk around the strip at night. You'll be able to spot the aliens. Okay? It's just silly at this point that we're still playing this game. Just book a trip to Las Vegas. Come hang out on the strip. You only need to be here for about 2 nights, and you will see at least 10 different species of aliens. Okay? All you got to do is open up your mind and see what you see, and not let your brain tell you that what you see isn't what you're seeing. We aren't alone, never have been. And it's going to be very clear very shortly that we aren't alone. Rose Blue says Mount Shasta, extinct Mexican volcano under the oceans. Yes, exactly. Inside the earth. Exactly. Behind this little thin veil. Exactly. What you put March 9th down for, Risa? That's my birthday. That's my birthday. I want to go up here and see what you put March 9th down for. Okay, Dennis says, I guess we all in the chat can say we are smarter than the average bear. Yes, you are. Comey screwed Hillary. Oh, yes. And I have, you know what? I have a question on that. Yes, that is coming right up. We're going to get to that, Colette. So let me go ahead and go back to this. Next question is from Julia Jackson. Here you go, Julia. Are we reincarnated into all living things on the earth, like trees, bugs, plants, etc.? Yes, yes, and yes. Okay. I'm going to say this about my little dog, my little Bailey. I knew that was a whole human. I mean, the first time that when she was put into my hands, I fell in love with that. And that was a whole person that I fell in love with. That my dog, I am 100% convinced that she is a reincarnated person. Why do I think this? Because I can see the person in her, and I have never had a dog that I talk to that reacts and responds like a human does. Okay. I have conversations with this dog. I say something, and this dog will respond the way that a non-speaking human would. Okay. Just saying. And I want to say it's Farrah Fawcett because that's what I call her, but I don't think it's Farrah Fawcett. But I definitely know that it is a rich white woman that is inside of my dog. Okay. A very rich woman that is inside of my dog. She has very expensive tastes. All right. Michelle Peterson. No, I did not make my headdress. This is from Amazon. $8. Yes, they have all kinds, and I'm gonna buy everything. I'm gonna try to find me a leather one, a malevolent one. I want them all. Okay. Let me see. Yes, Julia, we are reincarnated. When we reincarnate, we can reincarnate into any being. I have a path that I walk. When I was 14 years old, I got pregnant and was forced to have an abortion. And that haunted me. And I had even named that child. That child's name would have been Ashanti, Ashanti. And I always carried that pain from that abortion because it was not my choice. It was not I was 14 years old, so I was forced to do this. But it haunted me. I had nightmares of a little baby crawling up my legs. And on my walk, on my path, there is a willow tree. And it is a little skinny willow tree, but it's super tall. It's old. It's just, it hasn't gotten enough sunshine, enough water. It's just thin, but it's tall. And I hug that tree, and that tree is the spirit of my daughter, Ashanti. And I call her by her name, and I hug her and I kiss her, and I don't care who's watching me because it's in a pretty public place, but that spirit is there. And there's another tree that has the spirit of my grandfather in it, or it manifests to me there. And another tree, I have 3 trees that I hug that is female. And I don't know who these people are, but they are female ancestors and that they watch over me. You just got to open your mind up. You got to open your mind up. So then yes, Julia, we are wrong to kill insects. I have a fly that I don't know how it's still alive because it's been in here for almost 3 weeks. I will not kill it. I will try to catch it and put it outside. And if I do have a bug that I don't want, like a spider that I don't want, no, I don't kill it. I catch it and put it outside. You can spray around your house with stuff that'll keep your insects from coming in. It's wrong to kill. Bugs have a right to exist as much as we do. Everything is scale. Something is not insignificant just because it's small. Something doesn't cease to have a purpose because it irritates us. That is our own arrogance saying that us playing God that we have the right to just destroy, smash, kill anything that is smaller than us, that is different from us. You know, if you live by the Bible, the first commandment, well, not the first commandment. First commandment is thou shalt not have any other God before me. But then it is thou shalt not kill. It doesn't say people. It's a statement. Thou shalt not kill. Take the life of something else for no reason. Now there's self-defense, there's everything. There's a justification for everything. I'm not here to justify nothing. I'm just saying, if you're killing something just because it annoys you, reconsider what you're doing. There's other ways to get rid of pests that don't involve killing them. You know, there's borax and all that stuff that will stop the bugs from even wanting to come into your house. Yeah. Julia Jackson, this is a good one. I got to pin this one. Julia Jackson is saying, here we go. Come on. Julie Jackson, I always wonder, do roaches call out to their friends and family when we spray Raid? I wonder if they go out there and they be like, Raid! Raid! That's good. That's good. But yes, and this is another thing that I can really, really tell you. Guys, try. Just settle into yourself. Be still, be quiet. Try to listen just to hear your own heartbeat. Try to quiet your mind. Hear your breath. Hear your heartbeat. And then listen to the other sounds of things that are around you. I can hear chipmunks outside. It is the coolest thing because they have a little squeak. But you have to be quiet to hear it. Everything has a voice. We hear birds sing. We hear cats and dogs screech and bark. But everything has a voice. Even the smallest little ant has a voice. They communicate. Just because we can't hear it doesn't mean it doesn't happen. Okay? We all have the right to exist. Every living thing. Because your next incarnation, you could be born and then die and then be reincarnated as a fly and then get smacked by a windshield going down the doggone freeway. So, I mean, yeah. So, there it is. My next question is from Chase Zamo. Will the law to retire at 65 pass in France? Chase is about to go on a trip, wants to know if she's going to run into any protests over there. Will the law to retire at 65 pass in France? Carol, please, yes or no? Concrete answers. No. I'm going to say no. Got a tower. And we've got the Knight of Swords. We got the Page of Swords. No, I'm going to say no, Chase. But let's see. Let's see if it'll be safe for you to travel in March to France. Will it be safe to travel in March to France? Will it be safe? Page of Wands jumped out and flipped over. That's news. Oh, got the Four of Swords was the first card out. Hermit's Repose, fighting. There's going to be protests. There's going to be protests. There's going to be protests. Sorry, Chase. So sorry. But there you go. Okay, last question. Also from Chase. Was James Comey aware that McGonagall was a Russian asset? Did James Comey sabotage the 2016 election by announcing a bogus investigation of Hillary 3 days before the election took place. So 2 questions. Was Comey aware that McGonigal is a Russian asset? Let's ask that one first. Here we go. Got the first card is the Queen of Swords. And oh my goodness. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. And you see this. You see this money card. Oh my goodness. Yes. And we have the Fool because Jim Comey did this on his own against the FBI's. He did this. I got to ask, did Jim Comey work for Russia? Was Jim Comey working for Russia as well? Or was, well, maybe not for Russia. Well, no. How can I ask this? I'm going to ask it. Was James Comey working for Russia? Was he an intercessor on behalf of Russia? Oh, I got heart pains. Oh my God. Upside, got the Tower again. Force, fatality, and ruin. And here's our yes. Oh my goodness. Yes. James Comey was another asset. What he did on purpose, knowing exactly what it was going to do. Oh my goodness. And it backfired on him. It backfired on him because then he got pulled into 45's orbit. And that's why Trump was so comfortable in just like, hey dude, I saw what you did for me. Good job. Come on, you want to be my main number one guy? And then Comey had a little moment of conscience, and that's what got him fired. Yeah, thank Jim Comey for installing Donnie Boy. Thank him. He was an intercessor for Russia or whomever wanted that cretin installed. Yes. All right. Ooh. So, here, I'm going to ask the second part of this question. Did Jim Comey himself, was that an intentional sabotage of our election? Did James freaking FBI Comey sabotage the 2016 election? Yep. First card, he is the Knight of Pentacles. He was their guy. He was their freaking mule. He was the dude who would do it. Stand and wait. I'll do it. I'm your boy. There it is right there. Jim Comey sabotaged the freaking election of 2016 by announcing that bogus investigation of Hillary's emails to basically ensure that anybody who was on the fence would vote for old Donnie Boy. There it is. There it is. All right. Will the truth come out? V Coolwater wants to know, will this truth come out? Tarot, please tell me, will Jim Comey be exposed? Will James Comey be exposed? We got justice, we got obstruction, secrets and mystery, and the Tower and death. There is going to be so many people obstructing this truth coming out, but we do have justice in here. Expect to hear something about it. Whether they try to whitewash it and make it seem like, oh, it really wasn't as big as y'all trying to make it out to. We're going to hear something about this. We're going to hear something about this. Now, we do have the Tower and death. Now, this could either be they're going to kill it, but it's force fatality, evil. well, we're going to hear about it. It's going to come back around. Okay? Whether Jim Comey, if anything going to happen to them, nah, nothing ain't going to happen to Comey. Not a thing is going to happen to him. If it was gonna, it would have already happened. He did what he was supposed to do. And then O'Donnell was like, oh, yeah, you can work for me, homie. And when he was like, oh, no, Donnie was like, nope, fired. Yep. There you go, guys. There you go. All right. Here we go. Today is the 3rd of February. We are not out of this weather system yet, guys. And guys in Texas, I am so sorry. Again, please. And guys, I am going to keep harping on this portable battery power because it's not just winter that we need to be concerned about being cold. And this is important because so many people are losing their lives right now because of this cold snap in Texas. These people have been without power for days in freezing, frigid temperatures. People are dying. Please, give me 1 second. I'm going to pick up this battery again. This right here. This is the EcoFlow Pro lithium battery. Okay? This block can power your house, can run your refrigerator, can run a fan or a small cooler for a lot of hours. Okay? This can save you. It also has a whole bunch of emergency things on it that can really help you in times of need. It is imperative. Global warming is not going to stop. Our weather patterns are going to get more and more chaotic. Our summers are going to be hotter and hotter and hotter, and our winters are going to be colder and colder. It is imperative that you have something that can help sustain your life. Okay, guys? All right, and I just have to say that because we are getting into some terrible times. The weather for this next week coming, where it's more of the same. It's going to slow down. It will ebb and flow, but we still are in a system of frigid temperatures. Expect Oklahoma, North Texas, East Texas. I am so sorry. East Texas. Expect straight line winds on top of those ice storms. Okay, so there's a possibility of tornadoes. Be aware. We are not out of this yet. Spring is going to come early, but we've got to get out of winter first. Okay, so the next 2 weeks of these 2 weeks of February are going to be intense in every form of the word intense. So be prepared, stay prepared. Don't be scared of nothing. All you got to do is make sure that you're not driving when you shouldn't and that you have stuff to keep you warm in case you get stuck, to keep you hydrated and keep you fed. Because you can always cop a squat and go to the bathroom anywhere, but you need to be warm and you need to be dry and you need water, okay? So just keep those things in your car. Keep your head on. Use everything you were given, all right? Be safe out there. This weather pattern, it's going to get really, really cold in some places. Be prepared. And I'm talking in the deep South as well. You guys are going to have it'll be wonderfully warm at midnight, 1, 2 in the morning. And then when that sun comes up, all of a sudden the temperature is going to drop below freezing. So be prepared, especially y'all in Georgia, North Florida, the Carolinas. Be prepared for a freeze. All right, for a snap freeze. All right, I love you guys. Hello, Aquastar. Hello. All right, thank you all for being here. Again, if you like this content, give me a thumbs up. And if you like it here, consider subscribing. I love you. And guys, Real Talk with Tanya T and Jace will air tomorrow. It'll be at 10 a.m. Pacific time, 1 p.m. Eastern time. So y'all be there tomorrow. Me and Jace are going to be talking about ghost stories. So come on over and check us out. I love you. I love you. I love you. Hello, Mary. Hello. Hello. Hello, everybody. And if I missed you, if I missed saying hello, hello. Good morning. Namaste, y'all. Happy Friday.